Welcome, everybody, to the Talk About Podcast. Hope you're having a good day. You guys can follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and subscribe here on YouTube. I want to thank the official home of Talk About, Pendelmar Power, and also the official sponsor of Talk About, Rev BJJ. You guys can go to RevBJJ.com right now and start your Jiu Jitsu career. And yeah, that's what I got there with the plugs. Let me turn down my mic. Freaking loud. Check 1, 2. Testing. Testing.
It's not testing yet.
Testing. Huh?
Does it work? It works.
It works, but lurks. It works, but lurks. But anyway, we got a great podcast today. This point, I don't even care. I'm just going to throw the headset on anyway. But yeah, we got a great podcast. There is so much to talk about, as you guys know. This week was an absolutely insane week. Multiple times this week, I told Riley we're going to do a podcast earlier, but then we just decided to hold off. So there's obviously two big things we need to talk about. UFC 294's changes and the Prime card that just happened. So what should we start with, you think? Because both of them are going to take probably, some time. Yeah, so
what do you want?
Well, we should probably talk about the Prime card first because it just happened. And then once we talk about the Prime card, we're done. Like, it's over now, and then we look towards the UFC. So that's probably what we should do. So let's start with the Prime card. It was I showed up very late. Yesterday was a very busy day for me, so I had to show up late, unfortunately. So I showed up in the third round of Danis, but Riley told me what was going on. I didn't really miss much anyway, except the fury of punches, which I ended up seeing online anyway. Which, it looked a little bit better than the Floyd, but it still was a lot.
It was, yeah.
But,
Jumping and crossing. But the two fights before that, like Dean the Great and Wally Sharks, that fight was amazing.
And Slim and Poppy was pretty good.
Yeah. Poppy was
I did see that.
Sleep fest. But the co-main event and the main event.
Slim is so weird.
Like, how did he
I know.
win?
All right, so look. Misfits, it's great. All that's great. But we got to talk about the main event, co-main event. So here's my opinion, and I want to talk about this, obviously, together, and we're going to jump around a little. But I just want to say probably the worst co-main event, main event I've ever seen in my life. The
build-up.
Yeah. I think if you're going to have build-up like that, it's got to be mixed martial arts. If you're doing boxing, at this level, like if you're Canelo Alvarez, it's a little bit different. But dude, can I just tell you that Prime card completely dirts on boxing. Like, that was not good. I thought it was good for boxing. I thought this Prime card was going to be good, and it had so much attention.
The tag team boxing match was actually interesting.
Well,
it was pretty cool to watch.
But dude,
it's kind of stupid.
But it's not.
Funny.
But that's not even what people are upset about. Like people. That's how bad it was. People aren't even talking about the tag team match. They're talking about the Danis Logan and the KSI Fury fights.
The SX.
Yeah, dude, that was outrageous. And I love XX.
The Spinaroonie. You need a Spinaroonie back to the studio.
Which sucks, because he's so good at music.
Yeah.
But let's stick there.
Let's just talk about the main event.
We're not talking about the co-main event?
I mean, the co-main event, yeah.
Well, the main event's going to be a little bit longer, because...
Yeah, co-main event.
Dude, it went exactly how I said it was going to go, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty much right. I mean, and I was exactly right about the main event, too. God, I was so right.
I don't think Logan has power.
I predicted it.
Do you think Logan has power?
I
think he just has balloon arms, to be honest.
I mean, Danis didn't get dropped. I think he's got power, but maybe not like Mike Tyson power. But let me tell you this.
Look at his arms compared to his power.
You'll have a lot of scrolling to do, but read my text. And I said my predictions on the day. I think we're right. I said that.
You said KSI by decision.
No, I said KSI wins by knockout or Fury outboxes him and wins by decision. But I didn't expect it. No, we're going to get to that in a second. Okay. But the Danis situation, I don't know. It kind of just sucked. Like, it was just a letdown from the hype. I wish Danis would have did a little bit more. I don't really know what he's gonna do next.
And after that, like, it wasn't even a.
He's not fighting in the UFC.
It wasn't by points. It was a disqualification.
I know. He's not going into the UFC. He would get absolutely destroyed in the UFC. What he really should do is take MMA either extremely seriously, because if you look at his Bellator fights, he obviously had no striking. All he had was jiu-jitsu.
He doesn't take anything serious.
So he needs to just
He's just
figure it out. I don't know. I guess I think it's over now, yeah. And then Logan did what he needed to do. And he even said, he's like, look, I'm going back to the WWE. I'm good. I promoted Prime. I kind of like the way he took it at the end.
But he said Conor McGregor. So.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's so like, 1 minute he's like,
everybody's
cool.
calling out Conor McGregor except KSI.
Yeah, because he knows.
Yeah.
You got to give him credit. And yeah, but that's
actually genuine. He knows.
So that's my assessment on the Logan Paul Dana situation. And then
pretty bad.
I want Riley to,
and I wanted Danis to like talk on the mic after the fight.
They got him.
That's why I bought for $80.
I know it was extremely well promoted, extremely well hyped up. You know, not that like what was being said was great by any means, but the hype was absolutely insane for this event. But I think most people who bought it are disappointed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's get to the main event. I'm gonna let Riley go first because this is his deal, and then I'm gonna say my opinion. But Tommy Fury defeated KSI by majority decision. If you didn't know, you're probably living under a rock. That's what happened. And let's hear what KSI Jr.'s got to say.
I mean, you agree with me, basically. I think it was definitely rigged. Even if it was a close fight, the worst it could have been for KSI would be a draw. But I didn't really see that because of the point deduction. And KSI landed more, and he didn't throw as much, and he landed more. And Tommy Fury landed a lot more. He thrown more. And he had like less throws. Or less lands.
Yeah, he threw more. He had like 159 throws, but only landed 39. KSI threw 120 something, but landed 38. So he had a better ratio. He had a better accuracy percentage. Yeah. He had everything. But to me, it literally doesn't make any sense because the first round and the second round to me were pretty decisive to KSI, only because Tommy Fury wasn't doing anything.
The second round should have been a 10-8.
Yeah, because they took
gave, and you know the third judge didn't even count right on the freaking scorecard.
He did the 10-9.
Why he's such an idiot. He didn't even count right.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It was 57-57, but on his thing, it should have been Tommy Fury 57, KSI 56. So he's just an idiot. He didn't even count.
Wait.
So it wasn't.
He should have had Fury above KSI?
Yeah. It should have been 57-56.
For Fury?
But he landed as a draw.
No. Yeah, how do you get... No. Like, I'm not...
No, his mathematics, like, he didn't count right.
Well, here's what I think.
He added it wrong.
I think that the worst case... I totally agree with what you said there before. I'm having a little hard time understanding what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything.
Yeah, I have, like...
But I do...
I can't, like... explain it all.
I know, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the draw is the worst case scenario for KSI. That was the worst case scenario.
And they gave the second round to Tommy Fury. How?
That's the round that he got the point deduction.
It was 9-9.
Stop it. It was 10-9. It was totally 10-9. The first two rounds weren't even close.
What do you mean? The second round?
I mean, the second round was 10-8, in my opinion.
Yeah, it should have been 10-8, but they...
The third round
could have... judges was 9-9.
I think, from what I remember, the first round and the second round were to KSI. The third round, I think you could have gave to Fury. And then I thought KSI got 4, so that's 3. And then you probably give Fury maybe 5 and 6, and then you got a draw. But with the point deduction, I don't know if you have a draw. You either have a draw or KSI wins. I just don't understand where Fury wins.
And Fury was cheating. Literally was
professional
KSI
boxer hitting him in the back of the head
like 20 times.
So here's the only thing I don't like.
Realistically, like 6.
The only thing I don't like, which is still insane, and the clinching was literally insane. I was literally...
That's how you, like, actually mess someone up.
Dude, I had a timer in my hand during the fights, and I was
Clinch
going,
City.
and I was literally going, let's see how many seconds in between they clinch. It was like 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 4 seconds, 8 seconds. It was between 4 and 8, and then Ariel goes, they're literally clinching every 5 seconds, and I had a timer out.
Professional boxer, right?
It's ridiculous.
Like, what's going on?
But this is the only thing that sucks for KSI is now, like, there's video, he's like, I just hate losing, and this is a mockery.
And
of the
everybody's
sport.
Thinking he's a
Sore loser.
No,
and
everybody.
But yeah,
But
some people do.
But
And
he didn't lose. I hope he appeals. I hope he turns around as a win.
He didn't lose though, and that's what sucks because he's being a sore loser with his acts, and people are gonna say that, but he actually didn't lose, and I agree with him.
I would do the same exact thing what he's doing right now.
Yeah, you got to understand it.
He has a lot on the line.
Fury, he didn't look good. He looked way better in the Jake fight.
Yeah,
In the Jake fight, because he did what he was supposed to
good.
do. No, but he did what he was supposed to do. He just jabbed, and dude, he was the crazy fighter. But I will say, this whole KSI, and we talked about this, but the hands down style,
Yeah,
I don't like it. Yeah, he just try to be normal with the boxing
Somehow,
But he never does.
boxes Tommy Fury.
Yeah, he did. And yeah, it was a bad card, dude. Or it was a bad main event and co-main event. I don't want to crap on the whole card, but the main event and co-main event was the worst main event co-main event duo I've ever seen in my life. And it really, I think YouTube boxing is going to go down a little bit. I mean, people are going to tune into a KSI or Jake Paul fight. But like, they did. I think people got to realize, like, if you're going to hype up something this much, you got to produce, because your company.
That's what happens when you put Danis on a card.
Yeah, like if you're gonna put on like an event or something.
Now,
like,
if it was Mike
you gotta
Perry
produce.
versus
Like, if it's gonna be like
Logan
the
Paul,
Talk Out tournament or something, like it's gotta be good or something. Like it's gotta be good. You have to produce, and we produce. But Misfits.
And with the Logan.
But
Mike Perry and Logan Paul would have been such a way better fight. It probably wouldn't even be a fight.
No way. Come on. Oh my goodness, Mike Perry.
Mike Perry would.
The fact he was even the backup is.
He was literally warming up.
Like, I don't think they get it.
Gear and everything.
He was wearing it when Darren Till came in the back. Did you see that? Darren Till.
I thought it was like they might surprise
Darren
people.
Till is gonna get if they fight.
I hope not.
I know, but Mike Perry's dude and bare knuckle. He is the epitome of, if you see that guy on the street, you better not mess with him.
Yeah,
you
Mike
could throw.
Perry.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
you can throw literally.
So what's
next?
next?
A truck at him.
Let's go through all four. So let's start with Danis. What do you think? What is gonna be next for Danis?
Internet troll, Jiu Jitsu.
Huh?
Jiu Jitsu, internet troll. He's gonna probably go after Gordon Ryan.
Well, he's gonna have to get a lot bigger.
Yeah,
because he's got a long way to go.
Yeah,
but they did go at it a long time ago, and didn't Dylan win by points?
Yes, Dylan won.
I thought Gordon won by points.
No, Dylan won.
Well, right now Gordon would be the favorite by like.
And it was an ADCC, I think.
Gordon Ryan just competed, and he put in a mystery box. He said, "I'm going to reveal what."
He did it twice.
Dude,
two times in a row.
He's so good. It's like insane, dude. Yeah. So Danis, you think? Yeah, I think he's just going to be an internet troll. I would like him to go into jiu-jitsu and go try to do like ADCC trials again or something, or take MMA seriously. But he's got to take it seriously. If he fights anyone in the UFC, he would not do good at all. He would get slapped, because jiu-jitsu, that high level, works until a certain point, and then you have to really be like, really, 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 really good. And not that Dylan Danis isn't good at jiu-jitsu, but like, dude, MMA and jiu-jitsu, he showed it against two low-level guys. But he's got to understand, you're not going to go against.
That's where people think Bo Nickel might.
Right, the striking. Right, if that's all he has. And he will fall off if he doesn't, have good striking.
That's probably what he's just learning.
Hopefully, yeah.
Like, only that.
So that's what I think about Danis. Well, Logan already said what he's doing. So he's going back to the WWE and challenging ready for the U.S. title.
And he's going to fight Conor McGregor after.
Probably.
The way this
so what do you do next with Fury and Mr. I?
Fury? Just get him out. He's just ruins everything. He didn't win. He
Yeah,
definitely lost.
I don't know. They all want to
They're
fight each
gonna
other, though. It's like a
appeal.
triple threat match. Just throw them in a steel cage.
KSI's gonna. It's. You know what? My honest thought is what's gonna happen. It's gonna end up being a draw. Then KSI and Jake Paul is gonna go at it, and then they're gonna fight in 2024. KSI is gonna win. That's the end. And then they'll just go their separate ways.
But it can't be the end because what about Misfits boxing? What about all that
Well,
stuff?
Misfits, KSI will still do that.
Yeah.
He's not going to fight on
Yeah.
it, but he's just going to, he's a part of it. So.
I think it just sucks for him because he's like, I won and I lost. So that sucks. That's the feeling that he's feeling. It just sucks because he's like, I know I won, but it says I lost.
Yeah.
So it's not like he went out there and he got KO'd, and then it's like, all right, man, you know, Fury was the better guy tonight. You know what I mean?
Like Fury,
but that's not what
was
happened.
the one that got rocked
in the first round.
Yeah,
but that was it. That was like
insane.
and that was like the only thing.
What if he got knocked?
The rest of it was just so bad.
Yeah,
it was. So
I thought
bad.
it was going to be a good fight.
It was one of the most clinching fights ever. I don't even know if they could get that made. What's up, man? How are you?
We'll hit him with the balls. Yeah.
But yeah.
What's up? No, you're good.
Yo, what's up? Yeah. What was I? Where do you want to go?
Check it.
Yeah, I don't really know what you're gonna do there. I think they're gonna move on probably, and we'll see KSI against Jones next. Heavyweight belt.
See what's going on.
It's like, nah. But I think they're going to honestly, what's going to happen is it's going to be Fury and one of the guys again. They'll run it back with Fury and KSI, or they'll run it back with Fury and Paul.
I don't think they would.
I think so.
Why would they after that performance? That's just like,
well, I know it's not. I'm not interested for either of the rematches.
Like I wouldn't buy it. You're just like, why?
But yeah, we'll see what happens there. We'll see what's gonna happen. Honestly, I think that they'll probably end up doing KSI against Logan Paul for the champ.
Yeah, KSI is funny
for the belt. I think it'll probably be KSI versus
for the belt.
Jake Paul. We got a crowd here today, so
yeah.
Oh, grab it. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. But let's move on to UFC 290.
That's cut.
You know what? Nah. You know what's great? The audio. I don't know, but you know what's great? The audio podcast. They have to take you through a trip because you're not seeing any of this, so they're just hearing like.
It was like weird, yeah. Well, I like this. Like
visual better.
YouTube.
Yeah, but it's so great to have, and it's important to have. You have to have it because people do listen to it, and I like to listen to it if I have to. You know what I mean? It's so much better than turning YouTube on. But yeah, dude, let's talk about these changes. Let's talk about these changes. Obviously, you guys know is going to be an absolutely insane week this week. Charles Oliveira, Hamzat Chimaev, our top 3 favorite fighters, both of ours. Supposed to be competing in huge fights this week, obviously we all know. And Charles Oliveira suffered an injury last, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday. It was Tuesday because it was during the thing. So yeah, it's been a little while. Had time to kind of figure it out, and we haven't even said our thoughts. And we also have our 1-year podcast that is happening next Monday, if you guys didn't know. And it was supposed to be...
Definitely should tune in.
Yeah, definitely tune in. It's going to be amazing. But it was going to be like, when we first started Talk Bout, and I'm just giving a recap for the people who don't know. It was at UFC. What?
80.
Yes, UFC 280. It was UFC 280. Charles Oliveira, Islam Makhachev won, and then that was the podcast that came out next, and it was our first. It was our first podcast.
Exactly.
And it was going to be the exact same date.
Exact fight. Yeah. The main event.
Our 1-year anniversary of Talk Bout is on the day we're releasing the 1-year podcast.
Yeah.
And Charles is out now. So here's my opinion. It sucks.
Charles is out. Volk is in.
But
what's your thoughts?
Realizing Volk is in is crazy. And it's still a little hard for me to get excited yet. I know how good it is. I know. And I'm going to be freaking excited when it's the day. But I'm still, like, just kind of sad because I just wish Charles was going to be the champ. But Volk is fighting, which is huge. And the fact that Volk stepped up is insane. And the fact that Usman stepped up is insane. Like, you cannot say anything about these guys. And you got to give credit to Islam and Hamzat because they still had to accept the fight as well. But, dude, it is going to be freaking insane. A rematch, the most anticipated rematch probably of all time, from the best fight of the year. It is debatably the best fight of the year. It's going to be crazy. And if Volk wins, everything
changes.
Could be for the worse for a Charles fan. But I love Volk. He's in my top 5 he's in my top 6.
Favorite fighters, yeah.
But, you know, so I'm rooting for him, but it's going to be tough, dude. I'm just saying, Islam had a camp, but we're going to get into our predictions. But that's what happened to changes, so.
And then Usman stepping in.
Oh,
Paulo Costa.
I mean, come on now. Paulo Costa had the elbow deal, and the fact Kamaru Usman is the guy that they got is insane.
Crazy. Dana was cooking. He was cooking it up.
I think it makes sense that you well, first of all, Hamzat should be fighting for a belt if he wins this fight.
Oh, yeah, well, both of them.
Even Usman. But the thing is that's so crazy is I just feel like so many people are getting jumped over. And I think the UFC is going to have a problem with that pretty soon.
Duplessis shouldn't even deserve it anymore. He had a shot. He said he was hurt.
Early, though. Come on, don't be.
Yeah. Huh?
But be fair. I know we don't like him, but be a little bit fair.
I can't wait when Hamzat has the belt and he fights Duplessis. And it's
going to be the easiest fight of his career. Duplessis wins.
No.
If Duplessis won, I would never watch the UFC again, and I'm not joking.
Hands
I swear
down.
to God, I literally will shake on it on the podcast. If Hamzat,
there's no way.
And then he wins, and then you're doing the pod, and you're just like, "Hi, everyone." Yeah. I'm gone because I can't watch it anymore.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Hi." That's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. So let's do our predictions for the main card, right?
Yeah.
Makayev, Tim Elliott.
Oh, we already have it.
Yeah, I kind of already know.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put it up just in case.
I don't know the one fight, but it's between the guy Strickland went against, isn't it?
Thoughts.
It's almost like there's just so much to unfold. It's like you don't even know what to say.
Unravel.
Like so much just happened. Think about it. Charles got pulled out.
Dude.
Costa had the elbow injury. Then he gets taken out. Then Usman steps in. Volk steps in. Dana's head's pink. We don't even know what to think.
USADA.
Oh, dude, that's a huge deal too. Thank God they're.
I totally don't really understand. Are they all just going to be Roy boys now? Like, they're just going to be super monsters.
So let me explain what happened real quick in a minute. USADA spoke out online saying that the UFC and their relationship is going to end because they have morals and they feel like that the UFC was going to give Conor McGregor things that other fighters don't typically get and let him get through the 6-month program quicker than he's supposed to.
Because they said it doesn't matter, 36 positive tests doesn't matter, you got to do the 6 months.
And then Dana responded and said it was a completely a-hole move to come out and attack us when we're your partners. He said none of that's true. Everyone has been under the impression that Conor McGregor is going to go through the 6-month process. Yeah. We've said this before. So then Hunter Campbell and this other guy, the head of like health and medicine for the UFC and whatever that category is. Right. But they were up there for an hour and put out a whole press release about it. And then everyone was like, oh my God, are the UFC not going to have tests anymore? But they're going to team up with the people that do the NFL and the NHL.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Early prelims or only prelims?
Just prelims.
All right. Is there any fights that don't include a Russian?
Yeah.
How many?
2, 3. A guy that doesn't even know where country is.
Yeah.
4. Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But We got One Eye.
Are we going through the prelims?
We'll just name the
Yeah, let's just go through it. Well, One Eye's freaking winning.
One Eye.
What's his name?
Bruno Silva, though.
What's his name? Saeed or Sid?
Magomano.
Yeah, Magomano. God, it's over. He is gonna be a what weight?
Middleweight. Oh no, dude. Nathaniel Wood.
Dude,
like he just fights like non-ranked guys. Every
and he
fight
wins.
He wins. He's like 6-0. Like fight someone ranked.
He's so good too.
Dude,
his leg
could be
kicks are.
champ.
I know, it's insane. Who's he?
Featherweight.
Yeah. Oh,
he ain't gonna be champ.
he's going up. Oh no, he's always been at featherweight. Oh yeah, he's not.
Volk.
Holloway, Taporia. He ain't getting there.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done. But he's fighting Muhammad.
Yeah, Magomed.
Nagamov.
No, Makayev.
And with the Nagamov.
Noggin.
And with the Nagamov. All right.
Noggin.
Let's see who else is on.
Wait, Makayev, Tim. Wait, who's he? Are you talking about Tim? Who are you talking about right now? I don't know.
Holy. Trevor Peak, you heard of him?
All right, let's get to the main card.
All right. But this is even on the main card.
What's that?
Listen. Tim Elliott versus Muhammad Makayev.
Oh, that's not the opening fight?
No. This is the head of the prelims. I guess it's like the...
Makayev's going to win, right? You think?
Yeah.
But I think it goes all three. What? Dude, it does every time with him. And then at the third round, I'll threaten a submission.
Makayev 10-0. Oh my gosh. Tim Elliott 20-12. That's bad.
Horrible. Holy.
How
How are you 10th ranked?
You're going to bed.
It's going to be bad. It's nah. It always goes to 3 rounds with Makayev. But he's got some crazy freaking stuff. Remember his knee bar? Almost got freaking his knee snapped in half.
So
that's how I knew he was really good and durable. When his knee was freaking inside and out and he was just standing there sniffing.
I would say Makayev could rear naked choke him.
Early or I think early.
The second round.
Yeah, maybe. It's going to be a Makayev decision or something.
Yeah, decision. I think Makayev.
So what's the main card?
All right, the first. Said Nurmagomedov against Muffin Gerfov. If I'm saying your name wrong, sorry. But Said is 17-3.
Yeah, he's a beast. Featherweight.
Yeah. And Muffin is 18-5.
I'm not betting against Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, so
that's the end.
But his last fight, he lost.
Doesn't matter. He's winning this one. He's in his hometown, basically.
Minus 185 on the odds. Don't know much about that fight, so we're not gonna.
Right. What's next? Is this the guy who went against Strickland?
Ikram.
Yeah.
No, he didn't go against.
Oh.
It's Hamzat's son.
Oh, yes.
Hamzat's son.
Boy, Lord. That's like juiced up Islam.
And guess what? Middleweight. Dude, he's 11 ranked? What? Already? What?
What's his record?
Oh, no. He probably only has 1 loss. Wonder about that game. Let's check it out.
Exactly. Came from Board.
It's not letting me
Came from Board. Yeah. All right. Well, who's he going against?
Oh, he's 14-1. Oh, that's the guy that was in the.
Oh yeah, is he fighting?
Oh, that was the last fight.
Did he look? Oh,
it was a KO. Remember?
Oh,
holy, he got slapped.
Well, I mean, yeah, look who he went against.
But he's dude.
Yeah,
Ikram's a plus 100.
That's it. Holy. Against who? Who's he going against? What's his rank? Who is
it? 15-6.
It's got
to be wrong.
What's his rank though?
Nothing.
It's gotta be wrong. There's no way.
There's no way.
All right, let's move on to the next. I don't know enough, but I'm
moving on to the next. You really sure?
Yeah, well, I expect Hamzat's son to win,
yeah.
But I don't know much about it. Oh boy,
Ikram's gonna win by KO. Muhammad Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker.
Dude, I'm hype.
The odds aren't on here yet, but
I'm hype. Number one contenders fight right here. Number one contenders fight. It's going to be a good fight, I think.
Ankalaev, last fight was a draw. Johnny Walker with a win.
Anthony Smith.
Yeah.
Golly. I think it's going to be my official prediction for this is Ankalaev by decision. I actually think Walker's going to have a little bit of success up on the feet, but the wrestling's going to be too much.
Yeah. I think Ankalaev's going to sub him in the first round.
Jeez. Holy.
Make
that
a
would
statement.
be and then stare down for Peter.
You know how upset he was,
dude. Oh, I know.
His last fight,
dude.
He's going
the
to
light
come in
heavyweight division right
there
now.
and go in there, and he's going to take off Johnny Walker's head. Jamal Hill is the dark horse.
He is, dude. I'm telling you, when he comes back, he'll be champ. I guarantee.
Because
people don't get it.
So what's your prediction? Ankalaev decision?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't say the odds here for some reason.
Ankalaev's probably like minus 200 or something.
All right. The main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the co-founder. Talk about.
Could you imagine? Presented by Talk Bout. Subscribe now, exclusively on YouTube. Could you? I would literally.
Kamaru Usman versus Hamzat Boshamayev. Holy. All right, Hamzat is a minus 360.
Holy. How is Costa?
Usman is a plus 285.
Wow. A lot of people are going to bet on Usman.
God.
They're going to do it, though. They're going to do it. A lot of people, dude, I'm pumped. Guys,
That's the most hype fight I've ever been on.
My energy is all going to be devoted towards Hamzat.
2 years ago, Hamzat would be fighting for the title against Kamaru Usman 2 years ago. It was supposed to happen.
This is it, dude. He beats him. You have nothing to worry about anymore, I think. Stylistically, this is the
Strickland?
hard. Yeah,
he's freaking hilarious. Yeah. He's so funny.
But
Jack really doesn't like him.
No, I don't mind him. And his reign is going to be.
Oh man, it's hard to.
So what's the prediction? You do think so?
It could be a bloodbath, or it could be Hamzat just maul him first round.
Okay, what's gonna happen? How's the first round going? How do you see it? They tap. Do they even touch gloves? Probably not after all the press conference and stuff.
And Usman's gonna get up in his face and glaze, brother. I mean, it's just like a half.
Paul Heyman.
And with the smile in the background, brother.
Let's do Hamzat against Paul
Heyman. But
what if Logan called out Hamzat?
In what? Boxing?
No, in the UFC.
Yeah, you're dead.
All right. So what's gonna happen here?
Hamzat. I don't know.
Dude, it's so hard. I suck at predictions.
I think it's going to be like a pretty entertaining fight. And I think it's going to be close. The
thing
first
is,
round, I think it's going to be close. But the second round, I think Usman's going to get caught.
Bro,
on the
this
feet.
pace is going to be bad for Usman.
Hamzat TKO's Usman second
round. This pace is going to be bad.
2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fight.
This pace is going to be bad for Usman. He loves taking his time.
Yeah.
Hamzat is going to come out there ready.
Out there.
So this is going to be, oh man. But Usman getting finished.
Again?
How does this end?
And he looks so bad his last fight.
Maybe a TKO, Hamzat.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I don't think we see Usman get subbed. I think we're going to see a TKO.
You think?
By
I think it's going to be
Hamzat.
on the feet only. That,
Well,
or
Hamzat-
I think Hamzat's going to take him down, or
Dude, this
There's
is
so
gonna
many
be,
ways.
I know, it's going to be crazy.
so many ways. I don't
But-
see Hamzat losing though.
The only problem is what happens if Hamzat shoots immediately and it gets stuffed first thing? Because then it's like, all right, now it's going to be a standing fight.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then
That's
it's going
what
to
I
be
think it's gonna
interesting
be.
now. It's going to be interesting, dude. These guys are
But
not
imagine
known for their striking, but
Hamzat
have
picks up and like leech. Who do you got? 'Cause
I'm
I
gonna.
already got
all right, my
prediction.
prediction is gonna be.
I say second round TKO.
Yeah,
Hamzat's
I agree.
going to win.
Me too. That's what I think.
Okay, and it's a 3-round fight. So
Yeah,
just
second
keep that in
round.
mind.
Yeah, you got to keep that in mind. Now
because
the
they're
main event.
gonna, yeah. Get ready. In the main event of the evening. Thank you, bye. Talk about.
Watch now, exclusively on YouTube.
Islam Makhachev. Oh my
Versus
god.
Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
All right.
Pound for pound, the two best other than Jones, Bones, Stones, Loans, Cones. It is going to be a freaking absolute war, but will it? Volk said he's going in to end it early. I think Islam's going to sub him.
Really?
Yeah. It's either going to be Volk TKOs him or knocks him out in the first round, or Islam subs him in the second or third. That's what I think this time. I don't think we go 5 rounds. I don't think the judges are going to be in. Someone's getting caught with something. Either Islam takes his back and there's just nothing he can do and he gets subbed, or Volk ends it early and shocks the freaking world in the first round on 11 days' notice. That's what I think. Something's happening here. Whereas Usman, that fight could go all 3 or some stuff.
Dude, if you see the main event, just sit. You're just sitting. You see Islam, or no, Volk. He's like this. And then Islam goes like this.
And knocked out
And
Volk.
No.
Oh.
And then Volk clips Islam.
What would be the most...
And he's literally on the ground.
What would be the most stunning
face
thing
first.
now?
Holy.
I think the most stunning thing that could happen is Islam
getting knocked out.
No, I think Islam knocking out Volk. Could you imagine Volk on the floor KO'd? Bro, we have never even seen Volk freaking anything.
I mean, you have, but it was like an 1841 in kickboxing.
At freaking light heavyweight.
Yeah.
I wish Charles could fly out and watch. Be in the crowd. Solidify that spot.
I don't know. I don't know.
I got such a weird feeling about this card because of
It
the
can
whole
go-
Charles situation.
Could go two ways. I think.
My official prediction, though, is going to be Islam subs him in the second round. But I think Volk could finish him early. But it's going to be early. This fight will be over within the first 3 rounds.
Really? No doubt.
No doubt.
My thoughts. I think
White
the
rose,
best case scenario.
holly gold, white toes.
The most outcome that I want is Volk KOs Islam, like KOs.
What if he subbed him?
Like KOs. Nah, that ain't happening.
But what if he Craig Jones his ass?
Be crazy.
Dude.
But I think Volk will KO Islam in the 3rd round. Or Islam will win by decision.
Yeah.
Those are 2 outcomes. I don't see Volkanovski
I have to just accept the person I want to win screws the person I really want to be the champion.
Yeah.
Because I really think so. Because if Volk wins, you have
So
to
who
do a
you gonna
trilogy.
root for?
Oh, you're talking about Volk or Islam. I gotta
Who
root for
you
Volk.
really gonna root for? Like, who cares about the people? Who you really want?
I don't
You
know,
want
dude. It
Islam
gets
to
really
win.
difficult because it's like Volk is on my list, but this really, I think, could screw Charles.
It really would. Like, really.
Yeah, so
sad.
it's just like I don't know. I'm indifferent. If Volk wins, I'm gonna be happy because I like Volk and I want him to be double champ, and it solidifies like GOAT status. Like, it's going to get, like, you better only mention his name with Jones and GSP and people like that. Like, he's in that.
You know what could happen? It could, if Volk wins against Islam, he's double champ. It could do in January, Volk versus Charles, the co-main event. It'll be Max Holloway versus Ilia Topuria for the interim title, featherweight.
Well, I just wonder if the UFC goes, okay, as big as the trilogy fight is, Islam didn't have enough defenses of his belt, and we have to keep the division going because we have Charles waiting, we have Gaethje waiting. I don't know how you do that because they're going to give Islam a rematch. He took this fight on 11 days' notice against the pound-for-pound best. He already beat him before. The trilogy writes itself. It's what's going to happen if Volk wins. The trilogy is going to happen. But if he goes back down to fight Topuria and stuff, like, dude, like, if Volk becomes champion, everything changes in the lightweight division.
I really
and
don't know what's going to happen.
What about the featherweight division? What if they're just like, all right, Volk, you're lightweight champ. We got to take this off, and it's Topuria Holloway.
For a title.
That's probably what's going to happen if Volk wins. But if Islam wins, everything stays the same. Volk goes back down. He fights Topuria. He didn't beat Islam. Charles comes back. Gaethje's after. But if Volk wins, it's going to be bad. If Khamzat wins, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like, dude, he just beat Gilbert last year. Holland.
No, it's already solidified. Dana White said it.
Well, he said most likely, but you know how that always goes. Khamzat should be next. I just think it sucks for guys like Cannonier and Drakus, I guess. Like, I don't want that. I literally don't even know if I would watch the pay-per-view if there's not a good co-main event. Like, that's how much I don't like Duplius. But it needs to be fair, and he did beat Robert Whittaker. So, that's the only thing. I'm worried about that.
I still can't believe he won.
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that with this sport. I hope it doesn't become like that, and the rankings just like the rankings make sense because it's gonna happen at bantamweight. Which if Cheeto is fighting for the title next, dude,
should be Merab.
Or
it should be Sterling.
So Cheeto is fighting for the belt. I don't like that. Covington's gonna fight for the belt. I don't like that.
Definitely don't like that.
It's just so. It's not good. It's not good.
But I would
rather
rather see Covington fight for the belt than Belay Muhammad.
Yeah, but Belay deserves it.
It does, but I think it'll be a boring fight.
Yeah, I know. It will, probably.
I think it would be better with the build-up.
Yeah, it's just tough, dude. It's tough. Someone's getting screwed at middleweight, though, because if it's definitely Usman or Khamzat, I mean, what are you going to say to these guys? I guess maybe you just let Drakus heal up, because I still think he's injured, so maybe it will be okay. Strickland fights Khamzat when he beats freaking Egghead. Khamzat fights Strickland. Duplius is next, but he's hurt. Let Cannonier...
You just said Strickland beats Khamzat.
Oh, no. Khamzat beats Strickland, and then Cannonier maybe needs to win one more.
But imagine Sean Strickland shocks the world and just sleeps Khamzat.
No way.
Dude,
Stop it. He
it wouldn't happen. But
he picks him up like Leech.
No.
Could you imagine?
I don't even know
what I would think. I'd probably start laughing. I'd be like, this is a joke.
I would stop watching UFC. It's rigged.
So it's going to be crazy.
Just like the KSI.
It's going to be crazy. This week's going to be crazy. Guys, please tune in to podcast number 55. Our 1-year podcast of Talk Bout.
And on
that exact sign. Jeez, it's going to be freaking great. It's going to be great. We got some great stuff in store for that podcast, so just be ready. Sucks Charles isn't fighting, man. But it is what it is. I mean, we got a freaking great replacement. That's for sure. The card's saved, and it's even... Honestly, it's better. It is better. And the co-main event definitely, has been majorly upgraded. I think Volk is a better fight, but people love Charles more. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But people love Volk, dude. Volk's great. So we'll see. That's all I got.
It's going to be great.
Almost about an hour pod. I think it was pretty close, so that was a good pod.
That's good.
Talked about it all. Prime card was dirt. UFC 294 this weekend. Make sure you guys subscribe.
It wasn't dirt.
And Riley Trey, Kick, not YouTube.
Yeah, Kick.
Riley's doing it on Kick. So make sure you guys, is it subscribe?
It's
Same
like,
deal? Follow.
Yeah, solid. Yeah, it's either.
Whatever. So subscribe, follow, you know the drill. Subscribe here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. All the updates are on Instagram. So if you guys want to be actually connected with what's going on, talk about, go on Instagram. But that's what I got. Great podcast. Next week, 1 year of talk about UFC 294. It's going to be freaking insane. We'll see what happens. Is Volk going to be double champ? Is Hamzat going to smash that egg?
Oh, we're doing the podcast after the fight, so this is the last time they're going to see us for the fights.
Yeah, this is it. The next time they see us is going to be 1 year anniversary pod and UFC 294 recap and review. It's going to be a crazy podcast. We got good stuff set up. We got good stuff set up.
Unless we do the weigh-ins, like not a live thing, but like
do something. I know, it just sucks. It's not the same with Charles, I feel like. Because now because the whole excitement was it's our guy, so we're like, and now
it's still our guy.
I know, you went from 2 to 6. It's a big drop. What? Charles?
Oh, I was about to say Hamzat's 6.
No, Hamzat's 3. He's 3. He's
Connor
literally
shouldn't even be
Connor's
in your list
not even in your list.
fought.
Oh my gosh, we're about to have another freaking 10-hour pod.
He's-
We've been killing it.
No, he's off my list because he hasn't fought in 2 years.
Oh, he's not even on it now.
No, he's off my list for now. Like it's right now, favorite fighters.
Okay, well then if it's that, Charles is number 1.
Right now, I don't even know if he's literally like a fighter.
Well, McGregor's my number 1, so just how it goes. Charles
2
is number 2. But you don't think so. You think I like Charles more. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a good day.
Come on, Hamzat.